Please. Yes. Welcome, everybody, to Youth Jam. I hope you have a good seat. Is everybody comfortable? Okay. We have a couple words from our sponsors tonight before we start our show. And the first is from Skeshwari. Do you need me to vacate this area?
Do you want us to sit so that you'll
Sit
be able
there?
to see the view? Is it okay?
Won't I be blocking? I'll sit. Sit here.
Boys, everybody come. FaceTime. About the boys, the high school. Do you mind? They did those products. Hare Krishna, everybody. You know, we have a wonderful program called High School Connect for kids the age as soon as they enter high school from 9th to 12th grade. And this is our first entrepreneurial launch for something wonderful that these high schoolers have done. I wanted to call upon Prema Nishtha Mataji and Sharad Vihari. They are the ones who lead the program. Let's have a big hand for them. This could be a small project, but our goal is we have to keep increasing the number of products these kids can do with all their effort and their planning. So here you go. We're going to get started. They're actually going to pitch for a product that they have designed, and the goal is that they will be able to sell and make a lot of fun for Radha Madan Mohan. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, everyone. We are a group of high schoolers, and we have dedicated our skills and our resources towards solving a problem that we saw. And that problem was, well, our deities, they already have really beautiful altars and everything, and they have really beautiful paraphernalia as well. But something that they're missing is they don't have like platforms and structures for organizing these. So what we have done is we have created a agarbatti holder in the shape of a lotus, as well as a platform for your deities. And with that, I will give it to Parantap to explain more about the platform.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Sorry. Hare Krishna, everyone. My name is Parantap Sodhi, and me and my colleague Madhav were the designers for this project. So we used a 3D design software called Onshape to design both of our products. These are the same product. There's a variation. I'll explain that in a second. So we used 3D design software called Onshape to design our products, and we also used 3D printers to actually get our products into the real world. So first from the computer, then into the real world. We use a lot of 3D technology, and that's actually really important because that means these are made out of plastic, 3D printed plastic, which is really light, which is really it's cheap to make, but it's not low quality, and means we can rapidly pump out products according to supply and demand. So the first product I have here are our agarbatti holders. Here, you can check it out. Pass it around, please. You don't want to check it out now? Here. So they're in the shape of flowers, as it'll come around. You'll see, and they're supposed to hold your agarbattis while looking also really nice. So the functional and the aesthetic part have been combined in the shape of a flower. So the holes in the middle of the flower are what hold the agarbatti. You could stick agarbatti in there. And the petals spreading outwards will catch the agarbatti ashes. And because they catch the agarbatti ashes, it makes your cleaning a lot easier because you can just run it under a tap for 15 seconds and all the agarbatti ashes come washing out. The best part is also the best part is also that you don't have to worry about any of the heat damaging the plastic, because 3D printed plastic is really resilient and it's made under high temperature conditions anyway. And for our next project, my teammate Madhav will explain the rest.
All right, so for our next product, we have this DD stand. So it's your own it's their DD's own personal stand inside their altar. So for this stand, we can have not just this color. We have a bunch of other colors, and we can also customize the size to make it wider or longer. And we can also put like a bunch of like rangoli patterns on the bed itself to make it look more better. And it's based on all you guys. So if you want like 3 small, like let's say you have a Jagannath Baladev Subhadra DD, you can have 3 small ones for each of them. Or if you have a Gaurandita, you can have one big stand for both the DDs. And give it to Suraj.
Okay, so here we have, currently we don't have, but we are ready to create one design which is ready and we can sell it. We will be getting 2 more designs which will come out soon, and these are just the South Indian designs, but we will soon have Rangoli. We will soon have Rangoli designs to try to appeal to all audiences. This can be your kids' altar to teach your children to worship deities and help them join the movement. I treat my art like gold, even those that I scribbled as a kid. I still have all of them, and all of them are preserved. So I hope you treat our products the same.
Hare Krishna, I'm Keshav and I'm the treasurer for the Kubera project. So our 2 products, the Agarbatti flower holder and the DD stand, both individually cost $5, which is the standard price. However, we also offer bundle discounts where you can buy 1 Agarbatti holder, flower, and 1 DD stand for a total cost of $8, so you save around 20%. Also, you can buy 2 DD stands and receive 1 flower for free. So these make great gifts to give to your friends and family, and we hope you like them.
So these products are there to, in the end, they're there to help create, they're there to improve the experience for you as well as your DDs, and they're there to enhance. Thank you. Your progress. They're there to enhance your mentality and bring you closer to home, back to God. If anyone has any questions or inquiries, or they want more information about the product, feel free to reach out to any of us. Thank you for your time this evening. Hare Krishna.
I highly recommend these products. I would. And I would like to purchase some for myself right after this show. Thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna.
I also need the flowers back, so whoever has them, because there's still prototypes. If you want your own, you should come to our website and you can buy them for yourself. So yeah, I'll come pick them up in a second. Any questions? Any questions from the audience? Can you guys get him a mic? Huh? You guys will get that in an email very soon. So we didn't get that ready for. We just had the product. Did you get to see the product? Let's see. Oh, we don't sell on Amazon yet. Yeah.
What filament do you guys use for your
Work in progress.
Yeah, what'd you say? Yeah, I know.
What filament do you guys use for your products?
Okay, so we use PLA, specifically Bamboo Lab PLA silk. So the gold one was made from PLA silk, and the blue one is made from a different type of PLA. For those of you who don't know, when you're 3D printing, the material you use, there's different types of filaments, which are mainly plastic. So what he had asked was, what type of filament do you use for this product? So both the pita and the agarbatti holder are made from PLA, which stands for, PLA stands for polylactic acid, which is a type of plastic, and it's actually really easy to print with because it flows super well and it also sets super well. So, yeah.
Isn't PLA a really weak type of filament compared to PETG and TPU?
So actually, I know what you're saying. So TPU isn't made for strength. TPU is made for flexibility,
Yeah,
and
flexibility.
PTG is made for more heat resistant, but it's also more expensive. So PLA was the perfect balance between strength, because you can always change the design of your part to make it strong, and that's what I've done. We added more infill, so we made the inside more solid. PLA was the perfect balance between strength and also aesthetic and also cheap.
But with your current design, if you have like a if you have a heavy deity and you put it on top of like the table thing.
Haribo, I was able to stand on it.
Oh yeah. Any other questions? You can contact us later. We have an email. We'll get the email to you out soon. Not yet. We're sorry. I will come around and get the flower in a second. But thank you very much, everyone. Hare Krishna.
If you're interested in the High School Connect program, thank you all. Just have a big hand for them. Thank you all so much. If you're interested in the High School Connect program, please connect with Sharad Vihari Mukunda or Premanishta Mataji. We have some wonderful things for them. We have people who come and speak to them about different professions. They have high schoolers and youth who have already graduated. They come and talk to them about how serving in the temple is actually going to help them to get into good colleges. Also about essay writing and a lot more. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
We have one more short presentation. Our kitchen team has been working tirelessly to create more efficiency in the kitchen using the best of technologies. Are you here?
Yes, Maharaj.
Please tell us. Tell us what we've won.
Thank you, Maharaj, and thank you, dear devotees. So in the spirit of solving the problem, I mean, before they head out, I would really like to appreciate these innovators. So one more round of applause for all our young innovators. Truly inspiring. Thank you. So we'll just take a cue from their book, and in the spirit of solving problems, there was one problem that we were also working on, primarily on the inventory side. One, there was no clear idea about how much inventory we have in the kitchen in terms of individual ingredients or in total even. Second one was all the inventory was all over the place. Still continues to be, but we are trying to work efficiently to resolve that problem. So we came up with, last year I was looking for somebody who can help designing this system. And at the same time, by Krishna's mercy, Radharani's mercy, Achyut Leela Prabhu approached me and he was like, Prabhu, I have some ideas about efficiently managing our inventory. Do you have some time to listen? And I was like, man, you're God sent. So let's connect. And we had a good round of conversations last year, and we finalized some requirements of how we can improve our inventory system. And Achyut Leela Prabhu, would you like to come over here? Thank you. So we came up with a mission. So if you can move on to the next slide, Prabhuji. So the mission for us was to serve Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohanji by using the resources, the kitchen resources and their resources responsibly, and making resource management more efficient and organized. We have a procurement team. So the step one towards that was having consistency in our procurement. So we have a dedicated procurement team under Devaprasna Prabhu's leadership, and he and his team members tirelessly go out week after week to procure all the groceries that we order. We have created an input funnel for them through which they get email notifications once the orders are sent in, and based off that they go out and do the procurement. Where the gap was, the cooks couldn't have, or no, to be honest, we don't have the time to go and check every week to see what is currently in the kitchen, what is remaining in the kitchen, and what do we need to order, and then accordingly plan our menu. So this inventory management system is going to give them an online resource by which they can take a look at what's the current inventory, and then accordingly they can decide how much to order, and also be able to plan the menu accordingly based on the available ingredients. So we worked on a plan for a couple of phases, and I would hand over to Achyut Leela Prabhu to now talk about the initial phase and where the application is right now.
Thank you so much, Siddhartha Prabhu. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna Guruma, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So before going into some details of this system, I would like all of you to, give a round of applause to all the kitchen team who has been working tirelessly, procurement team, chefs, all the volunteers, the cleaning team, and everyone who has been tirelessly working in the background all these years to, keep up with the ever increasing demand of the kitchen, and also presenting the most amazing prasadam to all the devotees and guests. So please, let's have a big round of applause for them. So when we introduced this system, we were thinking of what would be a most one word that would be very apt to this system, and we came up with the word symbiotic. Because this system is not a replacement for the existing services, wonderful services that devotees are doing, but this will aid them in their service in managing the kitchen and helping with the cooking and the procurement. So we have various benefits that are being offered by the system. One of them is going to be a seamless connection and communication between all the teams, procurement, the chefs, and the cleaning team, and the admin and the administrative team. And then we would like to also make it very effective by preventing unnecessary order of items that are already present in stock. So items that are fresh will be consumed fresh and not stale. And we also want to track items that are close to their expiry dates. And the real value is also in getting a report at the end of every month, at the end of every festival, every week, to like how much groceries were consumed, and all of those stats we can get using this system. So Prabhu, would you like to go to the second slide, please? What we have is a phase 1 demonstration. We'll launch the app, right? Yeah. So Prabhu, we can give the laptop to Maharaj and we can launch.
So for the demonstration, obviously we'll have to turn the website live, and we would request Maharaj to inaugurate the website, and thereafterwards we can get into a quick demo. So we can do the Krishna count if everybody's up to it. We can start with Krishna 10 once Achyuta Leela Prabhu says that we are ready. Krishna 10, Krishna 9, Krishna 8, Krishna 7, Krishna 6, Krishna 5, Krishna 4, Krishna 3, Krishna 2, Krishna 1, Krishna 0. This is our Annapurna website, ISV Annapurna website. Thank you. We've tried to use our existing resources as much possible to do the development, do the deployment. We are using our existing website space, ISKCON SV space, to host this website. So the efficiency starts right from that point. So you want to do the demo actually? So in this demo, we are going to show a couple of screens. One is the input screen, and the second one is the screen from where the groceries can be checked out. Now, we'll talk about this in phase 2. We'll cover some parts in the phase 2, but just to get us started, you want to go to the input screen? Yeah. Yeah, so this is our add inventory screen. Basically, over here, when the person who is doing the shopping hits on the start scan button, it will automatically, on his phone, open the camera. And then using that, we will be scanning the barcode. And that, if we already have the product within our inventory, then that product will be displayed. And they just need to enter the quantity over there. And they will be able to save this record to the database. So assume that I'm going with a shopping cart. I'm picking up items from the counters, and before I put it in my basket, I just scan it with my phone and put it in the basket, and then the information is added to our database. So at the same time, when we are in the kitchen and we want to we require some item from the store, then for now we are going to start with the mobile phone. But our phase two, in the phase two, we are going to come up with a barcode reader, which will be permanently installed in the kitchen. And using that, you will be able to just scan out all the items that you need as part of a batch transaction. So that's our future phase two goal that we will be working upon. But essentially, this system is going to give you at any point in time. So for all the cooks, before you come up with your inventory list, we request that you log on to this website and you take a look at what are the inventories currently available, and then based off that you decide what procurement you would like to request for your week. And then this system also gives us the opportunity to look at the levels, current levels within the inventory. And also we are thinking of future plan where we will automatically trigger the request for procurement based off the reorder levels. So there are some very nice plans in the wings, and we are going to make sure that this website is used by all our cooks and all our procurement team members, and that way we are able to optimally utilize the resources that Shri Radha Madan Mohan provides us. What's in it for me as a cook? We are thinking of gamifying this system a little bit, based off which we'll be able to show the leaderboard charts. And if you are, as a cook, if I'm consistently using this system for all my procurement activities, as well as for checking in and checking out of the items from the kitchen, then your names will start lighting up on the board. We are thinking on how to convert that in terms of prizes or promotions in future, but that's coming down the path. For now, we do request your help to make sure that as we do our sadhana, as devotees, we do our daily sadhana of chanting our rounds. We also request our cooks that this becomes part of their kitchen sadhana, and they make it a habit that before they utilize any item of the kitchen store, they scan that item out and then use it. So that's our humble request to all the kitchen team members who interact with the inventory on a weekly basis. Thank you.
Despite the fact that there are a few details there, this is an example of innovation to expand capacity for service. What these two have done in their collaboration was an ingenious way to keep inventory. They're using the best of technology so we can serve Shri Radha Madan Mohan and more plates of prasadam to people all over Silicon Valley. I think this is one of the nicest things that's come up here in a long time due to the great enthusiasm of these devotees. We congratulate you for your innovation. I would like to personally put you in for a Nobel Peace Prize. And we pray that we may expand our capacity to give prasadam to everybody all over Silicon Valley. I keep saying it's for everybody in every county. So now it's going to come true. Follow the system meticulously and always use the scanner codes. And let's thank the team who have brought to ISV a new level of excellence in the kitchen. Come on, give it up. That's nothing. Here, now here. One more. Here. Very good. She's good. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. And now the rest of our program will be ad-free. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna 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 Krishna, Hey Krishna Krishna, too much light. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hey Krishna 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 Krishna, Hey Krishna 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 Rakshamam. Krishna 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 Pahimam. Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahimam. Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Pahimam. 3, 2, 1. Well, guess what? I have a new book for you tonight. It's one of my favorite books. When I finished reading this book, I was morose for 2 weeks because the book was finished. And this is not it. I mean, it's one of them. But it's a new book. Please put up the new book. Miracle on 2nd Avenue. We're going to read a story about Srila Prabhupada. Are you ready? Yes! Okay. Here's how the story starts. It starts on 2nd Avenue. This is a true story. However, some of the names were changed for a variety of reasons. Satsvarup Das Goswami's Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita is, by my estimation, a fine document that portrays Srila Prabhupada's founding of the Hare Krishna movement. In this book, the reader will see through my eyes. I do not think that my account is perfectly objective, but histories and biographies must always be as accurate as possible. My story, in some minor ways, differs from what Satsvarup Das Goswami has so expertly written. However, my purpose is to tell a true story. Are you ready to hear a true story? Yes! Okay, here we go. Acknowledgements. I wish to thank everyone who helped bring this book into existence. Mukunda Goswami, November 2010. Quote, of all forms of evidence for establishing the truth, experience from one's own life is the strongest. Sanatana Goswami. Which book is that from? That is correct. Brihat Bhagavatamrita. Everyone say Brihat Bhagavatamrita. Say it 3 times. Introduction. From afar again, you've called from the land of Oz. What is it now? Nearly 50 years since first we met. Even then, Reed College in 1960, you were my hero, my touchstone, the mysterious Michael Grant, always turning our small group of friends onto something new and cool. Lenny Bruce, the Thelonious Monk, hanging out in late-night coffee houses while you jazz the crowd with your keyboards in shades and black beret. Then your odyssey to New York City in 1965. This Swami you wrote back to us about, many of us too, in those drug-laced days were looking for a teacher, a guide to higher reality. Then suddenly, me and Melody, horse, dog, and chicken, amazed from our mountaintop Oregon fire lookout to see this dusty VW grind to a stop at the base of the tower in autumn of 66, and you and Joni and her sister Jan, then your wife, piled out nonstop from New York City to rave about him, the Swami, ecstatic, smiling, declining, a Coke, a smoke, a bloody steak, all these things that had so far bound us. For days we watched you, Melody and I. Hey, if Michael and Joan are always so happy chanting something about Krishna on those big red beads, maybe we should give it a shot. You who had always seemed so detached from everyone and everything around you, suddenly so attached, devoted to a teacher, a yogi. Wow, someone who could show us the truth. You said you were on your way to San Francisco, where the Swami had asked you to start a Krishna temple. The next day it snowed. My boss radioed we could leave. And as we lived for magic in those days, we eventually followed you down the mountain and off to the greatest adventure of our lives, now named Mukunda, but still my touchstone. Walking through Haight-Ashbury in recent years, I see you everywhere, sweet-talking Alan Cohen into an article for the Oracle, the new science. Pre-dawn raids, spray painting Hare Krishna on empty Haight sidewalks, quietly orchestrating one of the great rock concerts in history. And then the Swami came. His physical appearance, his words, his actions, they had us in total awe. He seemed from another planet, and you were the Swami's favorite. living down the hall from him in those apartments on Frederick Street. How we envied your fortunate intimacy. And here it was that your deep inner humility and unselfish nature were so freely displayed. You would say to us, "Go up and see the Swami. He really wants to meet you." And slowly we warmed to him, sat at his side, and in a short time became his familiar children. Mukunda, the touchstone. Swamiji, the most beautiful person we'd ever met, who knew everything, the master magician, the most bold of all adventurers, our dearest well-wisher, who so smoothly vibrated with his words and music all the complex dissonance of our lives into one simple harmony. The Swami was always saying, "Become yourselves Krishna conscious and spread Krishna consciousness." Action. Well, we quickly learned from your example that spreading the Krishna consciousness movement in a big way not only made us more Krishna conscious, but especially that big service caught the attention of the Swami. So Shamasundar, you have made $2,000 from that program last night. You must come each day, and I will teach you how to keep the books. So to please our wonderful spiritual master, we went out, you and I, and our God brothers and God sisters, and spent our furious young energies spreading Krishna's name all over the world. You transferred to the rest of us the Swami's mood that nothing was impossible. Everything was Krishna's magic, and so it was. We struggled and celebrated as all obstacles melted away and Krishna became a global household word. In these adventurous times, you were our rock, our quiet anchor, unmoved when cyclonic winds of change threatened to blow us away. You are the most unjudgmental person I have ever met, Mukunda, before or since those days, always seeing the good in everyone, never critical, and your seldom said, but right on time, "Don't worry, Krishna will help us," endeared us ever stronger to the Swami. Thinking back, Mukunda, any time there was some great accomplishment when we were together, even if someone else took the credit, I felt then and still do that it was you somehow that had made it happen so nicely. Miracle on 2nd Avenue is the best description yet of those fine days of endless horizons when everything was possible, when Krishna consciousness would become a worldwide religion. Your incredible sense of mimicry, the heart and soul of a great musician, has endowed this book with the immediacy of dialogue, puts the reader right into the event. Mukunda the musician, the humorist, the guy who always had us cracking up at his impersonations, the full-on happy, yeah man, groovy, with Bill Graham or Jerry Garcia, the mannered Lincoln's inn solicitor with Mr. Savage and Mr. Black, who had come to condemn our London temple, calmly appealing, "Oh, I say there," to the laws of religious tolerance and the deep-grained British sense of fair play, the cool musician with George Harrison and John Lennon. I think we should go into an E minor on this bit. We laughed till we cried when you did your takeoffs of Mr. Balfour, our British banker, or when you lovingly mimicked Panditji, our music guru, or our sweet new British devotees, or the anglicized Indians who invited us to programs or into their homes for heavy meals. Miracle on 2nd Avenue is the logical extension of your lifelong devotion to Srila Prabhupada and his injunction to spread Krishna consciousness, a duty you have never left, steadfastly spreading Krishna consciousness during our times together in San Francisco and London, and then with your ISKCON communications program, and still with your ISKCON News Weekly website, which still inspires thousands of people daily. I have no doubt whatsoever that this perfectly written book will inspire millions to the wonders of our dearly beloved spiritual master, the one and only A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Shyamasundar Das Adhikari. Haribol. And you know, we're at an amazing time, an amazing juncture, because we're here at a time not so long after Srila Prabhupada landed in America and spread Krishna consciousness. Perhaps most beneficial is that some of the devotees that first met Srila Prabhupada are still with us. Shyamasundar Prabhu lives just down the road. I talked to him a couple of days ago. He's working on consolidating his 3 books into one to make it easier to read and have them translate into other languages. Mukunda Maharaj lives in New Zealand and he's just in a car accident. Very close call, actually. He's okay. But the fact is that we're still in the midst of those devotees who were arm in arm and surrounding Prabhupada in service, going to various places around the world on his order. So it's an important time to take advantage of such association by hearing what the devotees who were there have written, have said, and if possible, meeting them, taking advantage of their association. When they're gone, they're gone. And I realized that when I was writing my book, Our Family Business, because I was interviewing a lot of devotees, trying to get as much personal information as possible. One of the devotees was Brahmananda Prabhu. And as I was interviewing him, just a short time after I'd finished talking with him, he had left the planet. And Madhudvisha, I'd interviewed him in Los Angeles as he had come to the Rath Yatra. And he was in a wheelchair at that time because he was very ill, but he still led kirtan. You could barely distinguish his voice, but he wanted one last opportunity to come to the Rath Yatra. And he had very eagerly granted me an interview, and I took advantage of that. A couple days later, he was gone. And there was also Keshav. Keshava was Karandar. Karandar's still here on the planet, but I was trying to get an interview with him, and somebody said, okay, in a few days. And then they said he has a cold. Then they said he was in the hospital, and then they said he was gone. And so when devotees are gone, they're gone, I realized. And I got so much from talking to them personally, things I had never heard before and things I was able to record. So we should be sponge-like in trying to take advantage of as much association as possible from these iconic devotees who had spent time with Srila Prabhupada. One of the ways to do that is to hear what they've written. Mukunda Maharaj wrote this book, and Shyamasundar Prabhu's style of writing is quite engaging, isn't it? I just want to see what the next step is. I want to read just a paragraph or two so we've started to hear Mukunda Maharaj's voice and the way he writes. Sound good? Yes. Okay, go back. Part 1, New York, the Bowery Swami, a wonderful town. East side, west side, all around the town. The tots sang, "Ring around Rosie, London Bridge is falling down. Boys and girls together, me and Marnie and O'Rourke, me and Mammy O'Rourke, tripped the light fantastic on the sidewalks of New York. James W. Blake and Charles B. Lawler." Number 1, a gesture of friendship. August 1966. Where were all of you in 1966? You were somewhere. You were somewhere. The phone was ringing. It had been eerily silent for the past 2 days. "Hello?" I said. "Mr. Michael, there has been some trouble." It was the Swami's voice, raspy but concerned, warm and paternal. I had met the Swami only a few months ago. There had been some trouble. I read the article in the New York Times, he said. I cringed, thinking of the Swami reading the article. Michael Grant, 24, was charged with offering narcotics to a minor, accused of statutory rape, possession with the intent to sell narcotics, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. No, I think it's all under control now, I blurted into the phone. Some lawyers are working on it, and they tell me it'll be over in a few weeks. Nothing to worry about. I was trying to sound optimistic, even though my nightmare was far from over. Can you come here for lunch? I think so. When? We have lunch every day at 1. Can you come today? Yes, I think so. Yes, I'll come. See you then. Goodbye. The week before the Swami's phone call, I had been arrested in Hurleyville, New York, and jailed for 5 days. After the New York Times article appeared, my piano tuner didn't answer my phone calls. Neither did my work contracts or my contacts or my friends. My social circle crumbled overnight. Everyone hated me, or so it seemed. The FBI, the Hurleyville police, the New York State troopers, the New York Times, the Musicians Union, and apparently even my small cluster of friends. Where were they? Why didn't they care, or at least phone? I could explain that the charges were false. I hadn't done anything wrong. I wasn't caught in bed with Henry's 15-year-old girlfriend like the state cop told his pals, and she wasn't my companion, like the New York Times said. Although I was far from a saint at 24, I wasn't that bad. As I was being arrested, it occurred to me that this event had the potential to turn my musical career into a complete shambles. Publicity like this scared people. Although I was well known and slightly idolized by a few people in the jazz underworld, and although I had made the grade in that world with a kind of talented fame, my bubble had burst. Now I felt it was me and my partner Jan alone against the rest of the world. Please mark that, and we'll start up next time. I'd be interested here just for a couple of minutes if you had any reflection from hearing any of this so far. What do you think? Yes.
I was reflecting on when you were saying about how I was also thinking about how a lot of the times nowadays Prabhupada's disciples, they're actually
Keep that closer.
they're leaving their bodies, and now our association with one of the ways we connected through the Prabhupada is now kind of going away. And I was kind of thinking what can I do to actually I guess get all the benefits. And I guess this was a week ago, so I was listening to Tukuram Prabhu from Laguna Beach, and he was talking about I forgot what's Maharaj's name? I forgot.
Mukunda Maharaj?
Navari.
Oh.
And I was listening. I was like, how these people they lived their lives in such a great way, and how these stories we don't really know these stories, and once you get to know these, you're like, oh, I should take inspiration from them. And I guess, yeah.
I appreciate your enthusiasm. That's exactly what I was talking about, is try to develop that and take advantage. I know that Gopal Champu in New York City, he goes regularly to Stuyvesant Falls to do some service for Satsvarup Maharaj, and in that way he gets association. So looking out for opportunities and taking advantage of them can be life-changing. Since we're running a little late tonight, we're going to recite the first 10 verses of the Sri Upanishad in English, because everyone's learning the Sri Upanishad, right? Say yes. we ordered a few copies because I went everywhere and I looked throughout the whole temple and I couldn't find any copies to give to the Kaishori students. But I'm going to do it next week. And we'd like everybody to have their own personal copy of the Sri Upanishad to keep with you and to read and to learn all the verses so that everybody in the community knows all the verses. Is that a deal? Yes. Can we get multiple copies of Sri Upanishad for next week? Molly said yes? Then it's a done deal. We're going to read the English, first 10. Either that or we can translate it as we go along. Everyone ready? Yes. One back. Ready? Here we go. Observe the commas and don't pause till you get to a comma. So make sure you're breathing deeply. The personality of God, it is perfect and complete. And because He is completely perfect, all emanations from Him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because He is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. Everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. One may aspire to live for hundreds of years if he continuously goes on working in that way, for that sort of work will not bind him to the law of karma. There is no alternative to this way for man. The killer of the soul, whoever he may be, must enter into the planets known as the worlds of the faithless, full of darkness and ignorance. Although fixed in his abode, the personality of God, it is swifter than the mind and can overcome all others running. The powerful demigods cannot approach him. Although in one place, he controls those who supply the air and rain. He surpasses all in excellence. The Supreme Lord walks and does not walk. He is far away, but he is very near as well. He is within everything, and yet he is outside of everything. He who sees systematically everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, who sees all living entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being. One who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks, in quality one with the Lord, becomes a true knower of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him? Such a person must factually know the greatest of all, the personality of Godhead, who is unembodied, omniscient, beyond reproach, without veins, pure and uncontaminated, the self-sufficient philosopher who has been fulfilling everyone's desires since time immemorial. Those who engage in the culture of nascent activities shall enter into the darkest regions of ignorance. Worse still are those engaged in the culture of so-called knowledge. The wise have explained that one result is derived from the culture of knowledge and then a different result is obtained from the culture of nations. And put up the Kodanita. Boro sukar kabar gai, boro sukar kabar gai. Sukar kabar gai, boro sukar kabar gai. Surabi kunjete namalha kuleche. Boro mojar katatai. Shadamuye shudanam sehate bikai. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Jata Bhakta Vrindavasi, Jata Bhakta Vrindavasi. Harikari Jeke Nam Beche Daro Kasi. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Jarinam kumbe bai, jarinam kumbe bai. Amar sange chalo mahajanar kache jai. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Tumi kimbe Krishna nam, tumi kimbe Krishna nam. Dasri loe bo ani kune habe kam. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Borodoyal Nityananda, Borodoyal Nityananda. Shadamatta Loiden Parama Ananda. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Kodanitai, kodanitai. एक बार देख ले चक्षे जल, एक बार देख ले चक्षे जल. Gaura bole nitai den sakala tambal. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Kodanitai, kodanitai. Den Shuda Krishna Shika, Den Shuda Krishna Shika. Kodanitan Ditya Bhavna Kori Apeksha. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Amanichari Maya Jal, Amanichari Maya Jal. Krihe tako bane tako nata ke janjal. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Aranaiko Kalir boy, Aranaiko Kalir boy. Achandale denam nitai doya moy. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Bhakti Vinod Kake Koi, Bhakti Vinod Kake Koi. Nitai Charana Vina Ar Nahi Ashtoy. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Kodanitai, Kodanitai. Translation. I'm singing news of the greatest happiness at the place known as Surabhi Kunj in Sri Navadvip. The marketplace of the holy name has now been opened, and Lord Nityananda himself is the proprietor. Such wonderful things are going on in that blissful marketplace. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is selling the pure holy name wholesale, merely for the price of one's faith. Seeing the assembly of devotees eagerly waiting to purchase the name, Lord Nityananda first examines each of them to test their qualification. Then he sells them the name by bargaining for his price accordingly. Oh, my dear friends, if you really want to buy this pure holy name, then just come along with me, for I'm now going to meet with this Nityananda Mahajan. Thus you will finally be able to acquire the pure holy name. I will also take my due commission, and in this way all three of us will fulfill our desires. Sri Nityananda Prabhu is so extraordinarily merciful, accepting only one's faith in the holy name. He bestows the topmost divine bliss. When Nitai sees a tear welling in someone's eye upon chanting the name of Gaura, he instantly gives his support to that person. Indeed, he bestows all divine opulences. He gives that person genuine realization of the pure teachings of Sri Krishna as found in the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. While displaying all this inconceivable mercy, he pays no attention to one's caste, material wealth, mundane knowledge, or physical ability. Now, dear friends, please reject all of Maya's entangling snares. If you're a householder, then just remain at your home. If you are renounced, then just live in the forest. Either way, nothing more will trouble you. We no longer need to fear the terrible age of quarrel, For the most merciful Lord Nityananda gives the holy name to anyone and everyone, even to the lowest among men. Bhaktivinoda loudly calls out and proclaims to all, other than the lotus feet of the Lord Nityananda, there is no shelter. Goda Nitai, Goda Nitai. Goda Nitai, Goda Nitai. Hariya Goda Nityananda. Hariya Goda Nityananda. Hariya Goda Nityananda Mahaprabhu. Yache Namasta Jivera Karam. Patiyache Namasta Jivera Karam. Shadaban Janhe, Shadaban Janhe. Shadavan Janhe, Shadavan Janhe. Prabhura Naibai Magi Ekika. Prabhura Naibai Magi Ekika. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Krishna Shika. Aparada Shunya Hoye Loho Krishna Nam. Aparada Shunya Hoye Loho Krishna Nam. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dana Prabhu. Krishnera Sansara Koro Chariyanacha. Krishnera Sansara Koro Chariyanacha. Jive Doya Krishna Nam Sarvadharma our mission statement. You know that? Jive Doya Krishna Nam Sarvadharma Sar. It's our mission statement. Mission statement. Nariya Godrume Nityananda Mahachan. Nariya Nagari Nitai Niche Niche Gaire. Nariya Nagare Nitai Niche Niche Gaire. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki, Shri Harinam Mantra Ki, Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki, Shri Mayapur Dham Ki, Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki, Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. You know, it's an hour later than usual, isn't it? Or is it an hour earlier? Later, so we all have jet lag. Jet lag on top of jet lag. Can you all just sit down just for a minute? We're going to have everyone go home because it's later than you think. But I just wanted to say that, just thinking about it, I think the hardest thing to take is losing one's God siblings. And as time goes on, it happens more and more. It was Burijan Prabhu who said a couple of years ago, this will be the decade of tears. Because it's a time in which many of Prabhupada's disciples have become mature and in the range when the warranties run out. And so I've just been reflecting on various God brothers leaving. But at the same time, I'm watching all of you. I saw the girls going for dance practice in the park yesterday. And then I recognized in them all of you because you were that age not so long ago. And we see a great affinity for devotional service in those who are coming up. So there's always change in the air. But as Ramananda Roy said in his discussion with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there is no other suffering in this world except for separation from the Vaishnavas. And at the same time, they make it look so easy. They live their lives out steadily in Krishna consciousness, and leaving the body is obviously not something to trifle with, but devotees, it seems to me, just move on. And as I was in a meeting this morning, and Shraddha Devi Dasi was remembering the verse that Vaishnavas die, but die to live, and living, spread the holy name around. Devotees go on with their service wherever they are. All this to say that we should take advantage of the association we have. All of us who are here together under protection of Srila Prabhupada and who've taken shelter of devotee association in various ways, we can feel very grateful. There are obviously pinpricks in life from various directions. But we're so fortunate to have the association of devotees and service to spread the Sankirtan movement. I was just thinking about when we were singing that song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That's our family. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is our well-wisher. What more do you want? If you're working under the protection of the great souls, there is no greater benefit in life than doing such a thing, and we have as much as we care to take. We have an amazing lineage coming down from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So please let us take full advantage of the opportunity by honoring devotees, serving devotees, and cultivating a sense of gratitude for everything that we have, and for those who have come before us to give us opportunities to take Krishna consciousness to newer heights. We're taking Nirkul and I a few days off. Actually, it's kind of like a few days on. For many years, we'd leave in December, but when we started doing the youth yatra, our Decembers are very joyfully taken up with the youth yatras. They're fantastic, just fantastic. Trips to South India were stimulating and very active and memorable, wouldn't you say? But that meant we can't take our few days. We think it's really important to go away and then take time to reflect and talk and remember where we are, what we're doing, and where we're planning on going. So we're going to disappear into the sunset. And we'll be back next weekend, at least for Sunday. But we're going away to become reoriented and clear about how we can best serve. That's what we'll be doing. In case you come looking for us and we're gone. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsingadev. If you so desire, please inspire us to be the servants of the servants of the servants, to remember how fortunate we are to be the recipients of the mercy coming down from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through the greatest devotees who ever walked the planet. And please let us have compassion for all those who are restricted to only watching social media with no reprieve, and whatever reprieve they get is only Mayavad philosophy or some watered down version of spiritual teachings. Please let us give them the Srimad Bhagavatam. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with these prayers in whole or in part. Please say Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpadurusha kripasindabe vachapatitanam bhavanibhyo vaishnavibhyo